Welcome to another First Impressions with SmorgasBorgnine. Today we're going to be looking at Batman Arkham Origins. This game was actually developed by WB Games Montreal and Splash Damage, published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Its Steam release was on October 24th, 2013. I've actually been playing this for quite a bit, and I'm only 22% through it. I thought I'd give you a view of how it's working out for me so far. This game's a third-person action platformer, very similar to the previous two. You've got the detective mode, Predator, the smooth combat with all the combos. But let's go ahead and get into it here. This does include a challenge mode, where you can go through and practice combat using Batman or Deathstroke. The ranked ones are just some specific challenges. Campaign is basically replaying some campaign maps. However, you have to set some modifiers to basically make the challenge more difficult. Things like there's one enemy that has basically a shield to where you can't hurt them. You can put a time limit. There's different modifiers you can apply. Anyway, those are just the campaign missions. There's also combat training, where it's a really short basically introduction to the different types of combat. You get medals and XP to level you up and unlock new equipment. Custom ones, pretty similar to the campaign. You pick a map and modifiers and go at it. But I'm going to go ahead and focus on the story mode. So you've got the detective mode where you can actually scan your environment. And I've actually already beat this one, so I'm going to the next cutscene here. But you do get to switch between the gadgets. I'm using an Xbox controller, so you use the D-pad to select your gadgets. You've got the remote claw, which can actually attach to things. You can basically cause these gas canisters to fly into enemies, or the fire extinguishers create a little smoke screen. The gas canisters are kind of cool because you can kill them directly with it. Got a concussion detonator, and that basically, when you shoot at somebody, it's basically like a stun. It'll stun them for just a second. Disruptor disrupts your electrical equipment, including guns. Remote-controlled batarang. You can throw the batarang and control it. Even make it do a U-turn. A lot of these are from the first game and the second game. Smoke pellets mask you from the enemies. Explosive gels can basically you spray it on the floor or on the wall and can burst through little areas that are marked. I believe there's an area. Yeah, you can use that explosive gel right here. And this detective mode is useful for spotting things like this. You can crawl under vents and use that to attack enemies, that type of thing. Anyway, let's get through this cutscene here, and I'll show you what's going on here. I'm going to skip through this cutscene as to not spoil anything. But basically what's happened here is Copperhead has poisoned Batman.
Use your strength. With every effort you hasten your end.
Okay, I just wanted to show you the crime scene investigations here.
Room for Copperhead's poison.
Looks like we got some evidence here. Scan it in.
Perspiration. Copperhead came this way.
There we go. So it just didn't have it selected.
All I need is one drop of poison.
Trying to fast forward and rewind this to see if we can figure out where she might have dropped the poison at.
There. It's a powerful neurotoxin. Alfred, uploading analysis of a neurotoxin. I need you to synthesize an antidote.
Your vitals are off the charts. What happened? Never mind. Just get up to ground level so I can send in an airdrop. And after this, you're coming back here so I can have a look at you.
Okay, so we got a map here. Switch between levels. Okay, so I just need to get back out to the elevator, it looks like. Okay, and what that was telling me is I've completed a challenge here.
Get to ground level to find the antidote.
So let me show you the menu here. We got the map. These are different challenges for basically side missions for tracking down all of the criminals' activities and putting an end to them. You'll be able to get XP for performing different things, like this is Shadow Vigilante. So when you're in combat, you know, you do different things and it'll give you some XP and level you up. And some of these will actually unlock new gadgets and abilities, like this one. The free flow power gadgets unlocked. Basically, Gotham Protector is miscellaneous type stuff, basically navigation things. This is for Predator activities. Finish a Predator encounter without being seen once. Perform 3 silent takedowns, things like that. And this is just for basically completing the game. The higher the percentage you complete, the more you'll rank up. The highest being 66%. Once you do level up, you'll have a point where you can spend on different upgrades. These are the close combat upgrades, basically for armor and improve your critical, how fast your combos build up, things like that. The visible predator upgrades basically gives you more batarangs, makes you harder to see, gives you better smoke volume. Basically just improves your tech so that you're harder to see and easier to get kills when you're in the predator mode. And then these typically unlock through gameplay. They're not anything you do specifically other than completing the missions. And some of those side missions for the various criminals will unlock some of these. Anyway, last one is just your case file. This just tells you what you're doing. Your profiles will give you different profiles of the characters you've run across so far. Your intel, basically as you locate different areas on the map. And this just lets you go back and backtrack and see what the stories, what part of the story you've gone through. Okay, just going to show you how the combat works here. So you can bounce between different enemies. When they have the little markers above their heads, you can counter them. Except for this guy, you have to use a cape on him and then jump over him. The guys with the yellow have a hand weapon, So you have to basically hold down your counter button and press down to avoid getting stabbed. And I've got a little meter on the top left there that's got a multiplier on them. Once you build that up to where it's in the red, you can use some of your special takedowns, like the one I just used to throw those batarangs at the enemies. And that's how it ends. So you've got the overworld map here. I have advanced a little further in the game for the second half of the video here. But you've got quick drop points here. So you can land in different areas of the city without having to fight your way through it. So you can fight with the normal view, or you can turn on detective mode if that's more beneficial. It highlights the weapons at least.
We don't have to do this.
Potential assignment incoming. Keep this channel open.
So we've got a crime in progress. So I can go that direction and try to stop the crime and get a little XP boost for doing that. Also, my marker will have a little bat signal with a bunch of little arrows coming down. You see that in the distance there in the bridge. He's wanting me to go do this little mission here. Some other things on the map here. These are network relays. Basically, once you destroy all of them in a section, you can go to Enigma's place and beat him. You've also got these data packs, which are part of an extortion side quest. There's another crime scene where you can go look at. This is part of that extortion thing where you have to actually basically find all these guys, and then it'll unlock all of these data packs. So for every one you do, you'll unlock some data packs. This quick travel point has not unlocked because I have not gone to this relay tower and not unlocked it. Until you unlock it, you can't use the fast travel into this portion of the map. The map's relatively large. You can also go into the Batcave as well. And Alfred will give you some advice, and you can go in there and try to switch outfits. That's my main mission right here. And this is another side mission for the Black Mask. There were some from Penguins, but I beat all of them. There's Anarchy here. Black Mask again. There's a Riddler hideout that I've unlocked. Shiva. So there's a lot of little side missions and whatnot. I've probably played close to 8 hours so far, and I'm only in the 20% as far as completion goes. So this game does have a lot of playability, and if you do all the side missions, you can definitely get some good playability out of it. You can definitely spend a lot of time here. In the end, I would say that this game is very similar to the other Batman Arkham games. If you like the originals, you'll definitely like this one. I think it's actually got a lot more to do. The graphics are very pretty. All in all, it's definitely a good game that's worth your time, and especially if you can get it on the cheap. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like my videos. Appreciate it.